And we're back.
Hello.
And we're back.
No. Okay. You're cut off at the top of your head a little bit.
No, it's fine with me because my hair looks crazy up top.
It does it?
Yeah, it looks great.
Okay. All right. Welcome back, and we're back from a long hiatus.
Long hiatus, y'all. Hiatus.
Oh, you're painting. Should I move your paintings in the back?
No, it's fine.
Okay. We are in a new location. I'll get more into that in my vlogs, but we wanted to come back because there was a great movie that recently debuted on
Netflix.
And it is Ruth and Boaz. Am I saying that right?
Yeah, Ruth and Boaz. You're saying it correct, man.
Yeah. So that is a biblical story out of the book of Ruth.
That's correct.
And the reason why I'm asking that, Cedric's a little bit more abreast of the biblical stories than I am. I know God, you know. And
in other words, y'all, she can get better with her Bible story.
What do you say?
They heard me.
In other words, what?
You can get better with your stories.
Yes, and honestly, anyway, so this made me want to hear more or see more or learn more, which I think is really good. So let's first start with what are we giving it a score out of? Oh, this is a movie review. So let's
We're doing a movie review for Boaz, Ruth and Boaz.
Yes.
It's a great movie. Doing
a movie review for Ruth and Boaz on Netflix. It was a really good movie. I really immediately was like, we have to do a review on this. And I thought this would be a great way to bring back the podcast.
And we was going to do it yesterday. But I'm going to tell y'all right now, I'm kind of glad that we're doing it the next day because I was very emotionally overwhelmed taking in this movie. And it was great. I'm not going to lie. Yeah.
So how many times did you cry?
I probably held in tears the whole movie almost through.
Really? Like from when? From what? From what part?
Man, from seeing the transition of the son and the father that was sad, that somebody, you know.
Oh, they showed that? I think I missed that.
They didn't show it, but it's the thought. You know what I'm saying? Like that was like kind of like sad to me. I don't know if I was just emotional yesterday or whatever, but it was like kind of sad to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the fact, and I think the thing that really got me emotional about that part was just Felicia Rashad's reaction to them being taken. You see what I'm saying? So it's just like
in the hospital, her reaction.
Yeah, and this is like, you know what I mean? So it's like, to me, it's just like when you've ever been in a hospital, you know what I'm saying, and have anybody going through anything, you could relate, just like the you know, the realness in that moment. You know what I'm saying?
Fully empathize with it.
So like I was fully empathetic from that part, you know what I'm saying? Then of course when things started shifting in her life, you know what I mean, started seeing that, you know, she's trying, you know what I'm saying? And when she found the job, like, I felt like emotional for her then. You know
for the main character that found the job.
You know what I'm saying? Like I felt emotional for her out there trying, you know what I'm saying? I felt like emotional seeing like how they was just trying, they was just working hard together. You know what I mean? Like
okay, yes, so let's characters' names with the actual actress names.
Okay. Because I don't know, I'm not familiar with anybody in the film other than Felicia
Rashad. Yes. First of all, the cast. Love the cast that they have, including the cameos.
First and foremost, I'm going to give a shout out to this brother, Devon Franklin, who created this film.
Big shout out. Because I was not expecting this. What were you expecting?
From the trailer, I thought it was about to be along the lines of something that we have already seen, like the typical dramatic of a love story, a typical Black love story, basically. You know what I mean? Like,
did you think corny?
That's what I meant by like kind of like typical. You know what I mean? Like, as far as like something being like typical, it's like you would eventually it will come off corny. You know what I'm saying?
I was thinking Hallmark corny. That's what I was thinking, and I didn't even know Devon Franklin was the director, I guess.
No, producer.
Producer. I didn't even know he was the producer, but immediately when I saw the trailer,
it wasn't given like what the movie gave. Like the trailer didn't do the movie no justice.
And that's not a bad thing.
Yeah, because sometimes you don't want the trailer to be the movie. You know what I mean? But I thought like from the trailer, the way they opened it up, like with the guy being like, you know, shirtless on the roof, I thought it was about to be like this typical.
I thought it was going to be Hallmark, like. I thought immediately Hallmark, and there's nothing wrong with Hallmark movies. They're just lifetime in Hallmark. They're just cheesy, and nothing wrong with that either. And some of those are even good, But I was thinking like, oh my God,
it's
how
gonna
is
just
this
be like you said, well, like how I feel, you know,
corny?
Like, just gonna give like, okay, black love story, romantic.
Yeah.
Black guy saves a woman in distress.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Was it gonna have like much meat or substance to it?
Yeah, if they're gonna have much meat or substance. And then I was not that familiar with the Ruth and Boaz story. So I was like, okay, I remember Ruth. I remember her being downtrodden.
And the main thing will familiarize most is like it was like a time period slightly after the pandemic or during the pandemic where a lot of women was online saying, I'm gonna find my Boaz, I'm gonna find my Boaz. And my wife don't remember that, but I do. You know what I mean? So and actually put into text and a visual conception of what a Boaz is, I thought, yeah, women do need a Boaz in their life. I didn't
oh my God, yeah, because the way they played these characters, his name is, first of all, I love the female, the Soraya. I hope I'm saying her name right. She was just on the Breakfast. It may be Soraya. Yeah, she was just in the Breakfast Club, and Charlamagne got her name wrong. But she did an amazing job. She was previously on Cookie, the Lions movie or show, TV show.
She was on Empire?
Yeah, she was on Empire. Remember, she was the guy's girlfriend?
Oh,
the young guy's girlfriend.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So she was on there. She did a great job on there. So I wasn't expecting anything less from her. The singing aspect, when Devon Franklin was on the Breakfast Club talking about how there's singing involved, I was like, oh God. That's when I really got nervous that it was going to be corny, because I was like, oh God, is this a musical? Like, yeah. But I liked the singing, even the songs that they had on there. I even liked that.
I put this with Sinners.
Really?
They're different, but I'm talking about as far as like black. This is what I'm gonna keep staple, like a staple. This is like we ate in films like Color Purple, like Sinners,
yes.
Ruth and Boaz, like these are things that
I agree.
The family should see. That's family culturalized. You know what I'm saying? The experience of black love and just togetherness all around. You know what I mean? Like,
that was our immediate response is, this is something we can watch as a family. Mm-hmm. We have a 7-year-old and a 4-year-old. Now, of course, they're not going to sit through all that.
Right.
But as they get older.
Right. They'll just remember.
Yeah. And they'll eventually be watching it on their own sometimes. Yeah. And it was, like you said, very family friendly. Like, and I love that.
It wasn't
There's not a lot out.
And the thing I thought, even though I watch movies like that, I don't mind. I'm not really easily jarred by certain things, but I felt like it was amazing that they was able to portray the times without it being extra. You know what I mean? Like, you could literally see, okay, like, yeah, this is literally what is pretty much going on. Mm-hmm. But it don't have to be over the top all of the time for you to make the point. And I felt like the production did a hell of a job. You know what I'm saying? Director did a hell of a job giving a story that everybody can take in and not being like,
it's modernized enough.
It's modernized. It's not, like I said, just some cookie cutter. It got some realness in it. You know what I mean? And it wasn't salacious in no kind of way.
So the male lead actor, Tyler Lepley, as Boaz, I wasn't expecting a lot out of him either, because I know him as Miracle's baby daddy, and an influencer. He's been on other things. He's been on Tyler Perry shows. I can't remember, but.
And I wasn't familiar with nothing that he's done prior to this.
So what do you think him playing Boaz?
Like I said, I thought he did an amazing job. Like I said, like, I don't have that movie, if it was out of 10, 10 out of 10. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10.
Like I said, I thought the guy did a great job. I thought the cast had great chemistry.
Very good chemistry. Like, even the cameos by Jermaine Dupri and Babyface.
Yeah, was spot.
It literally, sometimes they have celebrity cameos and it gives cheesy.
Yeah.
But it made sense. Like, all their parts made sense.
Yeah. And
I think that makes a cast meld together, a story come together, so it doesn't come off cheesy even when somebody's a celebrity, a well-known celebrity. Like, Babyface is a very well-known celebrity. So is Jermaine Dupri. So it's like very hard to not just get caught up in their celebrity when you watch them.
Yeah.
But
it's like they made their celebrity make sense for the film.
Exactly.
It's like they still were celebrities in the film.
Yes. And they played themselves, which I love, because it's like, please don't try to get me to believe that this is somebody else when this is like
Babyface.
Yes, he's won Grammys.
Right.
He's done Toni Braxton songs. Like, come on.
Yeah.
It's
But even that moment where he got introduced into the film was another, once again, beautiful moment.
It was a beautiful moment.
It was just, like I said, like it was like for me, a lot of different things connected in that film. That's like I said, any person can take these life lessons and either appreciate if you are this person or enhance yourself in ways where you see you have opportunity to be more like. You know what I mean? And for me, when I seen like how, you know, the courting of the situation, you know what I'm saying? I thought that was just, like I said,
beautiful,
genuinely romantic and beautiful, where somebody is genuinely not only intrigued, but also putting forth the effort to show, you know what I'm saying? And then I felt like with Ruth, it, you know, she had pushback in her feelings, but I felt like I liked that as well because
it was realistic too.
It was realistic. It was like she wasn't so quick to just move on. You know what I mean?
She was trying to get her life together, literally,
and due to tragedy as well, just trying to, like, you know what I mean. So I was like, man, like, as far as, like I said, the movie had me captivated from, you know, pretty much beginning to end. You know?
And I will say the part where, because I don't want to give too much away, but the part where Felicia Rashad and Soraya got closer, once they had went to the separate location and she got a job and stuff like that, and she started intermingling with some people that Felicia Rashad's character knew from the past. I thought that was beautiful because it was like, they are not blood related. You know what I'm saying? But they were connected by, and also by the tragedy made them, force them to come closer, because it's like, you can't help but need people. Like, people don't realize that sometimes just because something bad happens, you don't have to pretend like you don't need people. You know what I'm saying? And if someone else was hurt by that same tragedy, why not lean on each other?
Yeah. You know, I think, like, you know, the one thing I liked about it was the fact that it gave realness. Like I said, like the main character, Ruth, Soraya, you know what I mean? I felt as though she showed the vulnerability of a person who felt bad for actions that she literally did not cause herself, and she still carried that guilt. You know what I'm saying? I felt, you know, that matriarchal love that you would expect from Felicia Rashad. You know what I'm saying? But from the movie, you didn't know if it was going to go that way.
I know. That's another thing.
I mean? Like,
I will say I want to go read more into this story, because Devon Franklin said there are parts where you can literally take it out of the Bible, like in the part where she was saying, you know, leave my daughter alone and stuff like that. Yeah. I thought that was so beautiful. Yeah, it was so beautiful.
Like I said, so we're kind of like scattered with it, which I'm glad that
I know, because we don't want to give it away all the way. And also, there was a part where she showed how that she cared. She was singing to her love interest, Boaz. Oh my God, that got me really emotional.
Yeah. Me too. Like I said, I literally was emotional. You know what I mean? The whole movie. You know what I mean?
I never thought I would have never thought
I was gonna have a movie day. You know what I mean? And I really enjoyed it. Like I said, it was great. Like
I would have never thought I would have cried watching someone sing to somebody. I usually think that's cheesy. Yeah. When I tell you, I literally was holding back the tears. Like, this is so beautiful.
And then especially that little moment that happened where
she said, I can't. I don't want you to get hurt.
No, it was only the moment of the singing. You know what I'm saying? Like, where it was like she noticed a character that was in the scene come in.
The bad guy?
Right. Yeah. And all of a sudden it was like it got real for a second. I was saying, she was like, you know what? I'm not about to allow that
to mess up. Yeah, my tribute to somebody. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That she went all in. It was just like.
It was like, what was the first part that was about to make me cry? I think it was probably.
The first part that really, really made me cry, I don't mean to cut you off, but the first part that really brought the tears for me was when they was getting that house together.
Really?
And it was like, you know what I mean? Then the very next moment, the nigga was on the roof with his shirt off, and I had to hurry to get my shit together because I'm crying while they putting the house together. Next thing you know, this nigga is naked on the goddamn roof and shit. But it was like, when I seen the people come together like that, I was
was so
that
beautiful.
Was beautiful to me. Like, man, like, and it was black people in the community. I'm not saying that it's about color or nothing, but for them to show that we could do it too.
Yeah, you don't have to feel like you're alone.
Yeah, because to me, it just made me remember. I digress, but this gives me the remembrance to when that one guy that kind of went viral when just before the pandemic and all stuff was going on. But the guy had went viral and he was talking about how he was sitting in his car and he was talking about how Mexicans had moved into a house that was an abandoned house. He was just saying, like, the Mexican guy was working next to me. All these Mexican people was coming helping me. Said within 2 or 3 days, the house was like together and was like immaculate and beautiful. And he was just like, you know what? It was a band. He was like breaking down. He was like, it was an abandoned fucking house. He was married. You know what I mean? He was just like, you know, and I'm crying because like I just feel like we could be better. We can do it. You know what I'm saying? It was like he was like, yeah, man, my friends are coming to help me. He was like, my friends.
Yeah.
You know
and I feel
mean?
like this is such a good movie for the times that we're in now too, because it gives that hope of like not everybody's going, like, I'm not gonna lie to you. I was watching, there's a scene where she makes a friend in her new life. And I'm not gonna lie to you, the traumatization of, I guess, movies in life in general, where you're used to seeing women tear each other down or backstab each other, I was waiting for that moment. And I'm so thankful that that moment did not happen, because you, it's like you have to unlearn that so that you don't expect that, because that's what makes you fearful to open up to people or trust people.
Yeah.
And I think it was also beautiful how Ruth um, showed that it's like, I'm not afraid to get my hands dirty, when she had to like start all over.
Yeah.
Like, and I think
the
a
humility.
lot of humility.
But she was always a very humble woman, and I think that's what kept catapulting her blessings.
Mm-hmm.
Because
our mics went out.
Did they? Yeah. Mine didn't. I'm looking at it right now.
Well, go ahead, keep talking.
But I was saying, like, you know, as she was catapulting through her life, you know what I'm saying? It was like she never really was above anything. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, as she was making her way into stardom. Yeah. Like, she was the one praying. She was the one even saying, like, this don't feel right. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? She was pointing out the things.
And I think that's another beautiful thing. Pause. All right. This is real, this is real. Next time will be better, because our mic did go out. And I think that's another beautiful thing that ended up happening, that I think is good example to show in today's time of, if you feel like something is wrong, it's okay to not go forward. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is not your only chance.
You know what I mean? Like, stop being so worried about capitalism and what matters to everybody else. You know what I mean?
Or thinking you're going to miss your chance. Because sometimes it's a test to see, like, are you going to, I think even Devon Franklin said it in an interview.
He did.
Are you going to hold your moral boundaries and ground? Or are you going to take this thinking that you'll never get another chance? You know, which is like, of course, God's not going to leave you high and dry. If this one boat comes, it's going to be another boat. And I really think, like, what was another part that I really liked? Oh, he washed her feet. Is that too much? Is that TMI? Is that telling too much story? That's in the Bible, though. When he washed her feet.
Yeah, it is. But like you said, it's just showing like the of service. You know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to be of service to you versus.
I thought that was so sweet. I thought that was so sweet and simple, because it's just like, I'm loving the simplicity of it in showing how it's like, it don't have to be
something flashy.
Yeah.
Like he said, you don't have to be flashy. Like, he wasn't out there with a big chain on or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't flexing the fact that he was the owner of, you know what I mean, anything. You know what I mean? He was out there working with the people. You know what I'm saying? Like, he didn't ever put himself above nobody. You know what I'm saying? Even though he was elevated amongst his people. You know what I mean?
I like that too. All around, great movie, great cast. Even the bad guy.
Great story.
Yeah.
Everybody did a good job. You know what I'm saying?
The bad guy scared me.
He didn't scare me. You know what I'm saying? He seemed like, you know, the type, you know what I mean, that would try to lean on the girl, but he also had a place that he was coming from that was realistic. You know what I'm saying? That's always would make, you know, movies or characters, full characters versus just, okay, I'm just full out evil. Like how he said he invested, you know, $250,000 into her over her life to help her just be, and it wasn't showing that he was exploiting her in no kind of way. It was like, we was grinding, you know, low-key grinding together. I'm helping you, and all of a sudden now you're making a different choice that was putting him in a bad position when they did everything that they did, and what they was doing came to fruition, basically, like put you in a position to see $1 million deal, you know what I mean? And all of a sudden you decide to go against it, which was your choice. But like I said, as far as him, I still felt like he came from a realistic place. I didn't put
a humanistic place. Yeah. I also feel like after I saw this movie, I look forward to hearing more Bible stories, seeing more Bible stories told and a modern view. And you mentioned the one that it reminds you of, which is the Book of Clarence, which is not an actual book.
Yeah, but it still was the story of Jesus.
Yeah. And I'm loving the fact that these are being produced by Black people. Like we said before, this is not about a Black or white thing, but it's when you see a more realistic vision of things, like the Book of Clarence, because they were in Africa. So
also with the Book of Clarence, it was modernized from the past.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like they used the past like setting, but they used like modern, technique.
Yes. And this, whereas this movie was set in Atlanta and then Tennessee. So I really like the fact that they are, and it was a diverse cast too. I feel like
it still was diverse, but being realistically like this is the culture that it's no way that people can't deny that they Black people run the culture. Like we give culture. Yeah. We give spirituality. You know what I'm saying? So of course these stories are gonna inhibit Black people for the most part. You know what I mean? Yeah. From my perspective, you know what I mean? Yeah. And the world's perspective, because they're watching us anyway. So
I just feel like it's beautiful. I'm glad that more Black producers are producing things like this. I look forward to seeing more.
And I'm also glad that they collaborate too.
Oh, yes.
You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, like it really, like I was thinking it was going to be more into the space of how Tyler Perry does things. You know what I'm saying? But I was happy to see that he allowed, because clearly Tyler Perry's a juggernaut. You know what I'm saying? But for him to be sharing his space to allow others to actually put their imprint, I felt that was big on Tyler Perry, and I give him a big applaud. You know what I mean, for helping him bring his vision forth, Devon Franklin's vision forth. You know what I mean? So
I agree because, like you said, in a Tyler Perry something, like there's one something Into the Black or something like that. You know, it's a Tyler Perry joint as soon as you see it because it just gives that energy. There's nothing.
He has his thumbprint. Tyler Perry has a thumbprint. It's
very distinctive.
Yeah, you know it's a Tyler Perry movie, and it's just like for him to allow him to be like the power behind the situation to make you have a clean plate. Yeah, he makes sure he had a clean plate to do his
vision. Thing. Devon's vision. Because I will say this definitely, I look forward to seeing more of Devon Franklin's work now.
If we can collab, if we can get that production, you know what I mean? Like we ain't gonna sleep like Tyler Production is not like.
Oh yeah, of course. There, I mean, thank God for Tyler Perry putting so many Black artists behind and in front of the camera, because we don't have that gatekeeper lens where you can tell it's not a full Black experience. And once again, not a problem, but it makes a difference because we can sense us, and I look forward to seeing more Devon Franklin's stuff. I'm going to check and see if some other stuff of his is out already, but like you said, this definitely gave his imprint, and just the feel of it was like very much like a gentle nudge into like, let me tell you a little bit about the Bible. You know what I'm saying?
It flowed beautifully.
Yeah, it flowed beautifully. It's very good. Like I can't proclaim it enough. I'm looking forward to the next one, like I said.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to watching it again.
Yeah, I do want to watch it again. I am going to watch it again because I was actually in the midst of cooking breakfast and watching it. But it was so good. I teared up multiple times. And I'm like, girl, you got to get yourself together. You got to make the food. So, but it was so good. It was at least 3 times that I teared up, like genuinely teared up. And I was like, this is amazing. Like I kept saying that. Like, this is amazing. So
that's all I got for it.
Yeah, that's all we got for now. And we look forward to doing another movie review. Hopefully something just as moving and inspiring. Because even as an artist, I felt inspired. Like, and everybody in the movie, a part of the movie, did a great job. And you all should go check it out on Netflix, Ruth and Boaz. And we'll see you in our next movie review or podcast chat.
All right, thanks.
Bye.